Hail, hail, the Celts are here, and what the hell do we care now? We're in the Scottish Cup final, we're looking down the barrel, we're staring down the barrel of another treble, and we beat the baddies in the semi-final that was a semi-final, although it did feel a lot like a final, and it did feel a lot like, oh, that's it, done now, but it isn't. Job is not done yet. We've still got what I'm calling the victory lap to go on. We still need to go and play everyone post-split. Just go and get that mathematically done and then get ourselves into the Scottish Cup final against Inverness and get that done as well. Get the trophies in the cabinet and party time begins then. But beating the baddies in the semi-final at the weekend felt like a comprehensive victory. A real line in the sand moment, you know, from beginning to end. I think I speak for all Celtic fans around the world in saying we all rejoiced unanimously when we seen the starting 11. Agreeably, what we would all say is the best team this season on form that we've seen from Ange Postecoglou's Celtic. Before the game, Celts are here. We got fan media access to the press conference and I asked Ange Postecoglou if it was all about getting the strongest 11 out or the best team for the derby. And he said to me it was all about consistency. We do the same thing. It doesn't matter what the opposition is, what the cup game is. He's pretty consistent and it's play the best team to win every single match. And for me, this game was all won in the first half. Now, it feels like from kickoff, this is how we set up. But for the first 10 or 15 minutes, we were really forward pressing and getting right in their faces. And it was more Rio Hatate that was filling in this forward position. And Matt O'Reilly, who would normally see do that job, he was sitting a bit deeper. And that kind of strength that he gives us, it gave us a real balance in midfield. And it felt like a bit of a checkmate against the Lundstrom and the Raskins try to play out and do whatever. TikTok Todd's obviously loose and he was just running away doing nothing. But it did feel with that front three, you know, the three guys we've picked up from the J-League, Dyson, Rio and Kyogo, they were really pressing in that opening 15 minutes, getting right in their faces, making it hell, and allowed Jota to peel off into a bit of space and, you know, just kind of hang a bit loose just off the front line. The opening 10-15 minutes, we were right in their faces, and I thought a goal was coming. We were chapping at the door, so much so that I was convinced we were going to score before the 30th minute mark. But, you know, a little bit of momentum started to slip away. We were still seeing Rio getting into these advanced positions and trying to link up play with some first touch stuff. But I really felt that Matt O'Reilly and Dyson Maeda were just not on the same page. They just were not linking up too well whenever they were on the same side of the pitch together. And as a result, I don't think we really created that many clear-cut opportunities. But that being said, they did not make any threat on our goal whatsoever. Joe Hart was solid, a bit of an unsung hero in this game, but he'd caught everything, he saved everything, all of his passes were on point. Very good performance from Joe. Very composed all across the back line, even with Alistair Johnson getting what looks to be now a season-ending injury, and Cameron Carter-Vickers getting that scare where we maybe thought he was going to go off injured. Ralston comes off the bench, and the defence doesn't miss a beat the whole game. And by the time the chance actually came for the goal, this is a wee bit of an understated part of the first half, but Jota was no longer on the right-hand side. He'd been over there most of the game, but he'd moved over to the left, and Dyson was on the right. Dyson Maeda, his alertness, his instinct, his reaction to this, everything was brilliant. You know, the first time, no look pass, it's just straight off the training ground. And then Jota, he doesn't even jump. This is the real icing of the cake on it for me. He just walks onto the ball, knocks it into the back of the net, and then he's off in the corner flag with the iconic celebrations because he's a bloody hero and we love him for it. But it was an absolute training pitch goal, clinical quality. A goal worthy of winning any derby. And as much as we didn't see much of Kyogo in this game, of course, initially, I think that interplay between Dyson Maeda and Jota, they were both so busy up and down the wings and with the little interchanges that they did have. And I say the energy that Rio really gave that front line, because we've not seen, you know, O'Reilly, when he comes up here and presses, he's big and strong and, you know, scary in that sense that they do not want to make any mistakes around him because he's so clinical. But I think having that strength, sitting back a bit deeper and allowing Rio to get up here and get in amongst it like a dog-eating beetroot was great to see. And a bit of a, you know, I asked McGregor coming into this game if we would see him get forward more, and he still describes the midfield as a holding player building the team, i.e. him on this occasion, and two attacking eights. And we can very firmly see that one of the eights is quite often asked to join the press, whereas the other one will then be asked to support the midfield and cover in for any, you know, fullbacks that are maybe coming in to join in, or, you know, any overloads from the opposition, that kind of thing. So it was good to see maybe O'Reilly picking up some of the lessons he's learned playing deeper earlier this season, maybe actually coming into play here, because he didn't put a foot wrong either. He was cool, calm and collected on the ball and in midfield. And, you know, for me, like, The first half, we go 1-0 up at half-time with this kind of play, and I don't think Rangers have got really much of any idea of how to get by us or how to create any opportunities. Ange Postecoglou has totally mugged Rangers off over this semi-final victory. I asked the manager before the game if it was going to be about playing the best team he possibly could or the best team for the fixture, you know, considering form and fitness and all that kind of thing. And the manager told me it was going to remain consistent. It's what we do for every single match. Our preparation doesn't change, and we remain consistent in our goal of playing the best team to win the game on the day. Now that just sounds like the company line, you know, what we hear from every press conference, but Ange treated Rangers the exact same way that we would treat Kilmarnock, Aberdeen, Hibs, you name it. And we took off at the 65th minute, arguably our three best players, Jota, Rio, and Matt O'Reilly. We're only 1-0 up. It's a semi-final. It's a derby match. When the manager was asked about the comments from Midfield from Rangers, he just says, I don't care, mate. You know, if you see the handshake and the post-match celebrations as well, they're not even on Ange's radar. They're not even on his consideration. And that is the absolute perfect way to really rub salt in the wound of a comprehensive victory, is not even to gloat in their face. And the level didn't drop. If anything, arguably the level went up, and we had a very comprehensive defensive display. Alistair Johnson's in. What a great player. Alistair Johnson's out. No problem. Anthony Ralston comes in and, you know, copy paste, everything went on as is. I hope you enjoyed this one. In case you missed it, we did a live stream yesterday. It's about to pop on screen now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and retweet, and hail. Take care. Bye bye.